Hi, Formedics. So you're done with your interviews and now you're getting ready to make your rank order list. Congrats. Now you receive a letter or an email from the program director of a program where you interviewed saying that how they really liked your interview and would love to have you as a resident in their program. Some might even go to say you're going to be ranked to match. How does that make you feel? What should you do in that situation? Should you react by changing that program's position into in your rank order list? Is the program trying to give you a secret message or trying to tell you that you have a good chance of matching at that program? Are they trying to sway you towards their favor? Is that a gimmick? Is that a scam? Let's try to find out from this 5 slides from a study that I found during my literature search. Let's look at that study. Okay. So there is Mr. Burns writing his letter. Program directors are much better than Mr. Burns. Okay, so let's look at this paper, The Prevalence and Nature of Post-Interview Communications Between Residency Programs and Applicants During the Match. So this was a 2012 paper where the 7 medical schools that's listed down here: Harvard, UCSF, University of Chicago, University of Florida, Pittsburgh, Brown, Wright. So a top-notch medical schools. The medical students from these 7 medical schools were surveyed about all the communication that they received from the programs where they interviewed. Okay, so there were these 564 US senior medical students from those 7 high-ranking medical schools that were surveyed, response rate of about 68.2%. And they were basically asked questions about the nature of post-interview communication from the program to them and what did they do with that communication. Of these US senior medical students, which as the name suggests, there were no IMGs, 22.5% applied to internal medicine, 11% to surgery, and about 9.6% to pediatrics on a median number of 10 interviews per applicant. Now, this survey was done after the 2010 match, so let's look at some of the results. Now, these were some of the statements that were made to the applicant by the programs. They were told that they would either fit well, which is a very non-specific, non-committing kind of a letter, and about 3/4 of the applicants received that kind of a letter. About half said they would be ranked high. Now, high, does that mean 9th, or does that mean 2nd? Does that mean 1st? No one knows. About 1/3 said they would be ranked to match. That is certainly within the top, I'm going to say, first or 2nd quartile of their rank order list. But again, it's not specific. And about 4.8% of the communication from a program was asking the applicant, hey, where are you going to rank us in your rank order list? So clearly that's a violation of NRMP rules. So be very careful of any program that asks you to share your rank order list or the position of that program in your rank order list, because that's not allowed. And so you should really think twice about ranking that program. Now, what happened when the applicants received this kind of communication from the programs? About 1/4 changed their rank order list based on this kind of communication. So that's a pretty significant number. That is, this kind of post-interview communication has some ability to influence how a program is placed in an applicant's rank order list, okay? And about 18% of the applicants felt assured they would match at the program, but did not match. And about 1.2% who were told would be ranked to match, but did not match. Now, it's not very clear whether the applicants themselves ranked these programs high. That information was not revealed. And about 2/3 said that this kind of communication was stressful, as they really didn't know what to do. And what were the statements made to programs by the applicants? So, what did the applicants tell the programs? So about 62.9% told their number one program that that program would be ranked first. Now, if you look at my last YouTube video about post-interview communication from the applicant to the program, that number was much less in that survey. I think it was around 10%. So this is a pretty high number, 62.9%. And 1.1% told many programs that you would be ranked number one, which is again, it's lying. That's kind of not a very ethical, it's not a practice that I would recommend anyone do. And about 8.3% told just one program they would be ranked high, and 60% of the applicants said that they told many programs they would be ranked high. So what are the take-home messages from this study? Although most applicants report that deciding to communicate with programs was stressful, about half felt that such communications were helpful. Now, the key of this paper was that a significant portion reported that they were influenced by these communications when making their final ranking decisions. We saw that about a quarter of the applicants who received a letter or an email or maybe a phone call from the program director, any kind of communication, it kind of influenced them, and it's very likely that the applicants put that program higher up on the list. And programs know about this. So what should the applicant do? We recommend that faculty advisors caution students that statement of interest by residency programs are common and should not be interpreted as binding or implicit commitments. Okay, so that's the study. Now, so what should you do as an applicant when you receive a letter from a program? I would suggest that don't take the letter very, very seriously. Just give a pat on your back and just hide that letter. Don't keep looking at it every day. Don't hang it on your wall or frame it to see it every day. Just keep it somewhere hidden, and don't let that influence you, about how you're going to place that program in your rank order list. So out of a personal experience, so I did receive a handwritten letter from a faculty member at a university program where I interviewed, and it was a very personalized letter and like a handwritten letter. Who writes handwritten letter nowadays? And but that was not really a program where I wanted to go, and so I didn't really bother with that letter, and I was even more put down by that letter when I found from other applicants that day who interviewed there, they also received similar handwritten letters from that faculty member. So what I'm trying to say is, yes, some programs might choose to market themselves by these letters, but please don't let that influence you. Don't think that just because they're writing a letter, you have better chances of matching at that program. Like I said, just just kind of disregard it. Maybe just just keep it, just hide it somewhere, and rank the programs in the order that you want to go into. So if there's a program that didn't write you a thank you, that didn't write you a letter, but you want to go there, absolutely want to go there, still rank that high. Don't don't look at the lack of a letter from a program or receiving a letter from a program into influencing you as to how you're going to put that program in your rank order list. So don't move up a program in your rank order list just because they sent you a nice personalized letter. As the study showed you, it's a common practice, and there's a good number of US medical seniors who get influenced by these letters. All right. Thank you very much. I hope that was helpful to you, and I look forward to your comments down below in the comment section below, and do subscribe to this channel to keep getting more useful information and up-to-date information about the residency programs and the matching process. All the very best to you. Bye-bye now.